Okay, thank you. All right. And feel the hands right under the shoulders as you tune into your breathing. And then just take a circle with the hips around so you open through the outsides of the hips. Come back in each direction as you come around. And then you can come right to the center. And now take the arms forward in child's pose, reaching and then gaze up as you pull the bum bones back. You can get an exhale here. Release the weight of the head, coming down to the forehead as you palm the mat. On the exhale, pull the abdominal wall in as you lengthen into the low back. And then on your next inhale, gaze up, take the hands under the shoulders, and then do just a shift from side to side. Let the hips fall out, letting them drip to one side. And then come way over to the right, really fall to the right. And see if you can come almost all the way to the floor. Just stay hovering up off the floor. And then breathing in, come on over to the other side. Once again, just hover, get nice and dropped, heavy on that hip. And then draw right back to your center. Okay, now let's take the left arm to the right corner of the mat, tuck the toes under, exhale, and pull the core back. Release the forehead to the forearm. Get a really good reach. Take in 2 more breaths. And then you can breathe in, draw all the way back up. And now take the right arm across, get way over, exhale, release the forehead down to the forearm. Pull the bum back, get a nice line from the tailbone right through to the backs of the shoulders, pulling back. Okay, lovely. And then you can come on all the way back up. Hands are under the shoulders. Now, as you're lifting into downward dog, I want you to really tip the bum up. So this is called dog tilt. I think I have a little dog tilt. And then this is called cat tilt. So cat tilt seems really apparent, but dog tilt's more subtle. So if you can really pull the bum bones up and let the bum bones pull you up like you've been lassoed in your bum bones. And you want to pull up and then let the heels drop. Let the head fall and then gently turn the head from side to side. Release through the back, right through the neck. And get the bum a little higher. And now bend the knees and then lift the bum a little higher. Lengthen through the spine. Feel the space in between the shoulder blades pulling down, not towards the head, but down towards the tailbone. And then you come back down onto the knees. Take both arms over to the left. Keep the toes tucked under. Exhale, release the forehead. Draw the core in strongly on the exhale. Get the hands reaching and palming out there. Okay, and now come on over to the right. Get the arms over. Exhale back. Release the forehead. Breathing. Good. And then you can come on right back up. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Take an inhale, lift the eyes, and then exhale and rise into downward dog. You can let the heels, the bum bones lift, and then letting the heels drop. Get the inner thighs moving back as the bum bones come high. And then again, come up onto the toes, bend the knees and tip the hips higher. Pulling up, lengthen the spine. Good, and then let the heels drop again, lengthening and strengthening the legs. Pulling up from the core, shoulders down. And then you can gaze up, come up onto the tiptoes, step the feet forward to the hands, come on halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. And now breathing in, bring the arms up overhead, press the palms together, and then exhale the hands to center. And again, inhale now, gazing up, open through the chest. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, just touch. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands, step the feet back into side plank, rotate to the left. Inhale, take the arm up, and then extend that arm in line with the ear as you get your wonderful reach. And then windmill that arm around. Come on to the other side, opening the chest. Draw that arm, lengthening out from the side of the waist. And then breathing in, take that arm back. And now coming back to your center, we'll take the right heel out, press that heel back, take the left arm forward, and just press that heel back, get a little bit more pressure through that left hand. And then you can take that left leg across, reach over, press to the right, and then just tuck your head and turn and look to your right. You're going to bring the ear down towards your body and pull up in a cat round into that right side, pulling up strongly through the core, the lower abs pulling in. Hollow out the abs so you can get deeper into the low back stretch. And then come on back up. And just let me know how that is if you remember. I'll try to remember at the end of class. Or if you have your mic on, I've just made that up. So just see if you can. So basically on this side, the left foot comes across. You're going to bring your right ear down, look to your left, and pull up from the inner core. So you're rounding out that left waist, and the cat round is lifting as the heel reaches. Really pushing a little bit through that front right hand, and of course the left hand under to get that round. And you're gazing to the side, the back is lifting. And one more breath. And then you can come on back to the center. Okay, now taking the toes under, we're going to take an inhale, arc the back, and then exhale and round. That's it. 2 more cat rounds. Breathe in, gaze up, and exhale, round. Breathe in, gaze up, and exhale, round. Good. And now coming into downward dog, take one last inhale, rising, well, not your last one, and then exhale and lift, and coming into downward dog. Now just do any little movement, wiggling in through the hips that you need to do. I like to shift from side to side to stretch into the side of the low back, into the deeper hip muscles, and then just even out your downward dog and draw back right from the bum. Get the core pulling up. Now just pull the left hand up off the floor so you really feel the right side activate. Pull up through that right core. Take the left hand down. Now take the right arm up. Pull up from the core, drawing back, and then release the hand. And now you can gaze up, come up onto the tiptoes, step the feet forward to the hands. That's the inhale, and then exhale and fold forward. Breathe in, open the chest, press the palms together, and then exhale the hands to center. And again, inhale, gazing up, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, just touch. Exhale, fold forward, planting the hands, step the legs back. Rotate into the side plank, opening the chest. In breath as the arm comes over, reaching, and then windmill that arm around. Rotate to the other side, opening the chest. Inhale, the arm up over, lengthen from the waist, windmill that arm back and around. And then from here, we come right into plank, reach the heels out, keep the inner thighs moving towards the ceiling. The tailbone tucks a little, and you keep the heels charged back. Now take the left foot out and touch, and then come on back. And the right foot out and back, and left and back, and right and back. 2 more, and left and right. Keep the rib cage lifted. And now bend the knees, push the chest and tailbone forward, and then press the tops of the feet down. Keep the elbows into the side of the body as you gaze up. Lift the eyes. The hands didn't move, so they're even with your chest. And then you exhale, child's pose back. Just one breath here, releasing back. And then come on back up into tabletop. Take the hands under the shoulders, tuck the tailbone, the toes under. Take an inhale, lift the eyes, arc the back, dog tilt, and then exhale and rise into your lengthening of the downward dog. And really pull the core up as you get that distance from your tailbone right through to the top of the head. Breath. Now do just a little giggle, little okay, good. So you got the low core really pulling up, and then see if you can, when you come up now onto the balls of the feet, bend the knees into you, and then tip the bum up higher so you get more length in your low back. Head drops completely. Okay, good. Now today we're going to take the right hand a little wider to the outside edge of the mat, and then step the right foot forward in between. Now straighten the right leg and lift the chin. Look ahead on the mat about 1 foot. So you're stretching through the upper back, and then exhale and fold out over the leg. You're coming on the inside of that right leg. And then breathe in, gaze up, and step that right leg back. Take the right hand back to the usual spot. Take the left hand wider. Step the left foot forward, gaze up. Lift from the back. Pull the left core up and into the hip. And then exhale and fold out over that leg. You're still up on the ball of that back right foot. You reach out, you reach out, reach out. Okay, good. Now we're going to take the right leg forward as well, meeting the left. Come into your forward fold hands, even with the feet. Now stay on tent fingers and look up. If you need to bend your knees, do. We're stretching through the upper back. The shoulder blades pull down. The eyes lift high to direct the spine. And then exhale and fold forward. Here we go. Inhale, breathe in, lift, draw all the way back up, and then exhale to center. Okay. Now, at any time, if you get tired in the downward dog from the wrists, hands, shoulders, then please just come down to the knees, and you can do the movements from the knees and then come back up so that you're listening to your level. Okay, here we go. Breathe in, gaze up, opening the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, come halfway up, touch. Exhale, fold forward. Planting the hands, step the feet back into their side plank, opening through the chest. Draw that arm back, and then take the arm in line with the air as you reach. Now you can windmill that arm around. Come on to the other side, rotate, opening the chest and the shoulder, and then inhale, lengthen from the waist, reaching. And now you can windmill that arm around, come on back, and then sending the heels out, come on into the plank. And as you send the heels back, pull up from the core. Now touch the right knee down and then the left. Good, keep that going. Touch and straighten. Now focus on the breathing. Keep that going. Cycle side to side, but keep the core pulled in. Keep the breathing strong. The movement will come, you'll do that automatically. Stay with the awareness of the breathing. And 2, and 1. Okay, good. Now we bend the knees, push the pubic bone forward, exhale, lower. Point the toes this time, breathe in, gaze up. Press the tops of the feet down, activating the buttocks and the thighs. And then take the arms alongside the body. Interlace the fingers. Take an inhale, lift, open through the chest. Press the tops of the feet down, press the pubic bone down. As the eyes lift, the shoulder blades slide down the back. And then you take the hands back where they were. Now breathe in, exhale, child's pose back. Release the weight of the forehead. And this time take 2 deep breaths. Okay, fabulous. And now you can take the hands right underneath the shoulders. Now I want you to come into that hip circle again. So coming around and get the hips to come way out to the side. And then come on in the other direction. Coming around. Okay, so we're going to do this kind of a maneuvering when we're up in downward dog. Let me just show you. We're going to take the right hip back. So you're turning the right hip as if somebody's pulled your right belt buckle, pulling back from there, and then pull your left hip back. And then we're going to do this now in downward dog. So you're going to tuck the toes under, take an inhale, arc the back, exhale, rise into downward dog. Now pull your right hip back. Your heels are turned to the left on a diagonal. Really pull the right hip up. And then turn to the left, pull that left hip up, lengthen it up from the low back, lengthening. I just sounded like a mother. And just pull back. And then you can come back to your center. Now, if you can bend your knees and come up on the balls of the feet, bend the knees in towards you, look up. And now step the feet forward in between the hands. That's an inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. And then breathing in, open through the chest and palms together. And then exhale to center. All right, again, inhale, gazing up, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, touch. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands, step the legs back, rotate to your left. Inhale, open the chest. Take that arm in line with the ear as you reach and lengthen. Extend, and then take that arm just around into 2 circles, coming around. And then on this last circle, open the chest, turn the palm back, lift from the rib cage, pushing into the floor to get more of a turn. Okay, and then come on back, rotate to the other side, inhale, the chin is in slightly, lengthen, and then breathe that arm over, lengthen from the waist, beautiful reach. And then you can take that arm down. Excellent. Come into 2 circles, coming around, opening. And then you can take that arm back, open, breath, deep breath, open the chest. Keep the core tight and pulled up. And then you take that arm back. Okay, now I just want to describe the core when you're using the core. When you pull up from the core, you're feeling the ribs pull back. And you're creating space, as I always say, in between the ribs and the hips. And this length helps to give you stability for your back. So think of one of those thick weight training belts at the front, and you're pulling up here to get more space. And that's exactly what you do when you come into plank. So you reach the heels out. I know I'm giving you instructions early in the morning. Now keep the crown of the head reaching out. Send the heels back. But the best way to get that core activated is to come right into your giggle. So do a little giggle. And again, a little. And now we'll turn into side plank. Sorry, we did that. Did we? No, oh my goodness. We're going to come down, because I don't trust myself. We're going to come down into the Sphinx pose and press the tops of the feet down. Lift the rib cage, opening the chest. The elbows are coming back, and you keep the palms pressing down. Good. You lift the eyes, keep pressing the elbows back into the body, and keep pressing the tops of the feet down. And one more breath. Good. On the exhale now, child's pose back. Release the forehead to the floor. And then you can come on all the way back up, taking the hands under the shoulders. Now take an inhale, lift up, and I want you to exhale and rise into your downward dog while I get some water. And of course, if you need to grab some water, please do. Lifting right through the hips. And one more breath in downward dog. Keeping that lift. Here we go. Come up onto the tiptoes. Step the feet forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, rise, lift from the rib cage. And then exhale the hands to center. And again, inhale, gaze up, open through the chest. Exhale, fold forward, reach out from the crown of the head, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up. Exhale, fold forward, planting the hands, step the legs back, rotate into the side plank, open the chest, arm now in line with the ear, lengthen from the waist. Now windmill that arm around, rotate to the other side, opening the chest, breathing in, lengthen from the waist, and then windmill that arm around. Come on back into your plank. Keep the heels reaching out, strong through the inner thighs. Now take the legs to the outside edges of the mat. Make sure you're pulling your shoulder blades down. Keep the heels reaching out and then step the feet together. And out again, ribs lifted and together. And two more, reaching out, keep the ribs high and breath together and wide and together. Bend the knees, scoop the tailbone forward, exhale, lower, press the tops of the feet into the floor, and then pressing the elbows back as you press the pubic bone down, looking up, keeping the elbows pressing back. Once again, take the hands behind, interlace the fingers, and then gazing up, lift, open the chest, keep pressing the tops of the feet down. Breath. One more breath. Okay, now you can gently release. Exhale, child's pose for single breath back, releasing the forehead. Then you can come back up, take the hands right underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, take an inhale, arc the back, exhale, rise into downward dog. And then lifting that left leg straight up in the air, reach up through the heel. Good, bend that heel in, and then turn and look under the left arm as you send that left knee high. And you're up on the balls of that right foot, lift, and then extend that left leg out, coming down. Here we go, reach the right leg up, lift, lengthen through the spine, bend the heel in, send that knee out as you pull up from the core, get tall and lifted, lengthen, and then extend the leg out. Center into your downward dog. The hips are high, pulling up from the core. And now you can gaze up, tiptoes. Step the feet forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, rise, open from the chest. Keep the palms pressing together, especially the ring finger. And then have the shoulder blades like sliding down the back. So you really lift from the rib cage. And now as you press your palms back, take the hands right onto the back and then wonderful lift up, gaze up, and then exhale and come halfway out. And you're going to look just ahead of the mat and keep pulling back from the core. And then breathe in, lift, use the ribs to lift. So we're like a bird on the side of a cup, lengthening through the low back. Keep the elbows reaching up, take an inhale again, and then continue that. Exhale, fold forward again while I get another drink of water. Reaching the elbows out. Oh, gotta listen to that. And you're up, good, so you're coming all the way back up. Now take the rise from the rib cage and arc. So it's a small arc that you're pulling the ribs in, keep listening to the body. More than anything, feel your feet anchor. That gives you the maximum reach from the low back. And then you exhale the hands behind. Take your left leg back and bring your right foot a little bit over to the right as you come into your lifting lunge. Open the chest, gazing up, and then exhale and extend out over that right leg. Get the arms reaching up and back, opening the chest, gazing down at the toes. Keep the wrists reaching over as the back leg is strong. And now lift, come all the way back up, opening through the chest. Good, and now step that left leg forward. Take your right leg back, lifting from the rib cage, back leg is strong. Keep opening through the chest, gaze up. And then exhale, extend out over that left leg. Get the wrists reaching out, opening. Keep the reach. Keep the breathing strong, back leg active. One more breath as the wrists reach over. Breath. And then lift, coming up right from your center, right from the chest. Now we'll take the right hand down just ahead of the toes. Work your right foot back so you've got the longest reach you can get with that heel. You'll strongly feel the top of that back thigh, and then open the chest as you push into the floor, taking a breath in. Keep the chin in just a touch, and keep reaching out through the top of the head. And breathe. Keep opening through the chest, back leg strong. Okay, now we're gonna take that hand down. Take the hand super wide, step the front leg back, take the back leg forward in between that right hand, lift the upper body, open through the chest. Now take that left hand, turn to the right, open. Keep the front right knee directed forward as the shoulder blade is back, as the back leg is strong. So the core is active. Breath. Shoulder blade down and back so you don't have it up to the ear. Now you take that right hand down and you take both hands just inside the right foot. High lift of the bum and let that back heel press and pulse back and opening through the thigh. Okay, now we'll take that left heel down. Take the right hand on the inside of the right thigh. Turn to your left as you open the chest. Keep the front right knee bent as you push into the floor and open. The back leg is strong. And then you can take that hand down. Now turn towards the front, lift from the rib cage, and then drop that knee down. Now we'll take the palms forward and then press into the palms as you lift. The toes tuck. You pull up from the chest bone and keep this knee that's into the side of the body pulled in and feel it against your body. So you keep the hips squaring to the front, raising through the chest and the rib cage. And now take the hands back, take them beside the leg, lift from the upper back, lift the bum up into a downward dog with one leg forward. Take the front leg back, take your back leg forward, lift, gaze up in your highest lunge, opening the chest. Breath, breath. And now you can take that left hand on the inside, press that back right heel down, turn and open the chest. Again, draw the shoulder blade back. The back leg is strong as you lift. Stay with your breathing. Keep that back leg active. Keep the front left knee directed forward. And then you can take that leg down, come on down onto the knee, and lift from the rib cage, pulling up, keep the back toes tucked under. Now, I don't think we did this on the other side. I'm thinking about a lot of things today when I'm thinking about adding stuff. So yeah, I think we're okay. So we didn't do this on the other side, so we are gonna switch legs in a moment. And so before we do, I want you to come up onto this front knee, lift from the rib cage, open through the chest as the tailbone tucks under, and pull up. And again, keep the tailbone tucked. Breathing. Okay, now you can take the hands down, take that left leg back, and now hands a little bit to the left, take the right leg forward. Walk the hands forward, tuck the toes under, lift and pull up from the chest. Keep the knee tucked, the front knee tucked into the body. Pull up, lift from the rib cage, back toes tuck, pull up from the core. Good, one more breath. Here we go, take the hands to that right knee, lift, open through the chest, tuck the tailbone under slightly, get a lift of the ribs, pulling them up, talking about that space of ribs and hips opening, pulling up the skin in here, breath. Okay, excellent. Now we're going to take both hands down on the inside, straighten the front leg, reach right out over that right leg, keep the toes pointed, pressing out with the chest, the elbows bend to get you low to the floor, and get one more reach out from there, Keep pulling up from the right core. Okay, just stay here and check the form. I'm just gonna get me out of the way so you can see the leg. You've got the toes pointed. You're pulling up from this thigh to get the low back to pull back, and that'll get your more trajectory outwards. So you'll really reach out over that leg. You'll also stretch the shin if you can really point the toes. Okay, now we're gonna turn this to the side and take your foot parallel. Lift and lengthen out from the side of the waist. Lift, keep this leg actively pressing down. Reach out from the side of the waist. 2 more breaths. Feel a wonderful fountaining up and out to that side. Active reach. Okay, good. I hope you felt a really strong stretch here. Now let's take this leg in. Rotate back to all fours position. Cat round, starting with the dog tail, lift the eyes, and then exhale, round the spine. Breathe in, gaze up, lift the eyes, arc the back, and then exhale and round the spine. Okay, lovely. So we're gonna take the opposite knee forward, dear God. If this leg was out, that means this leg is forward. Okay, lifting, pull up from the core, pull up from the skin as you really stretch through that left quad. Excellent, tuck the toes under as you rise, lift, keeping the shoulders coming back. Keep the breathing steady. Excellent, good. And now we're gonna turn and bring this, come right out over the right leg. Okay, so we are on the other leg. Sorry guys, isn't this funny? So toes are pointed. You're reaching right out over that leg. Keep the body long as you pull in through the core and you reach out over that foot. Breath. Good, and now I'm gonna turn this way to bring the leg out. We'll lift, come up and out from the waist, lengthen, reach up, keep the chest lifted and lots of space. Again, right in through the ribs and the hips. Fountain up and out from this side. Breath. This leg is actively pressing down. And then you can extend that arm down. Wonderful. Now from your kneeling position, tuck your toes under. Take the hands onto the low back. We'll do a modified camel pose that you're going to lift the hips up, press the elbows back, gaze to the ceiling, and have the tip of the tongue resting behind the top front teeth. Come into 2 more breaths. Pulling up from the waist. Elbows are back. Rise from the ribs. Very nice. And now you can come down. And in your all fours position, toes are tucked. Take your inhale, arc your back. Exhale, rise into the downward dog. And now take your left leg straight up in the air. Reach up through that heel. Walk your hands in so your hands are 1 foot in front of the foot. Keep the left heel reaching up as you fold forward and pull up through your right standing leg. The left leg reaches, leg is strong, as straight as you can with that left leg, and then bring the left leg down. Take the right leg up, reach up through that heel, pull up from the standing leg as the right leg reaches. Core is strong. Let the head fall. Get that reach, breath. And then you can come down. Now with your feet apart, bend the knees and take the chest in contact with the thighs. Let your hips sit back and hug around the calves. Head falls. Keep the inner thighs moving back. Stay with the breathing. See if you can keep that chest to thigh contact. Okay, excellent. And now you can bend the knees, take the elbows to the knees, and then interlacing the fingers, let the hips sit back. Now take the arms behind and then coming into Utkatasana. The knees still stay apart. You're letting your hips sit back. Extend the arms back, look up, and keep the shoulders moving down. Keep the hips sitting back. Utkatasana can be a lot easier on the hips when you have the feet apart. So my knees are hip width apart. And as I show you from the front, this ability will help you to get aligned right in through the hips. So just watch that one knee doesn't come in. You look down and you'll be able to see the knees behind the toes so they're not in front and blocking. And you keep the hands reaching back and you keep the shoulders moving down. Keep the breathing steady. Excellent. This really helps to align the hips and also, of course, to strengthen in the hip. Now come back down to the forward fold. Let the head dangle. Keep the chest in contact with the thighs. And then see if you can straighten the legs more as you reach the bum bones up to the ceiling. Pull up from the inner thighs. And stay with a full exhale when you get to the exhale to pull the bum bones up. Two more breaths. Excellent. Now we're going to breathe in, lift, scoop the arms up and out to the side and draw the palms together. And now taking the left hand behind, use the right hand to coax that elbow over. Then the wrist, you might help to come up to the side and then lift, lengthen, send the elbows back as you lift and breathe, lengthening from the waist, gazing up, open the chest. Now you can come into your side bend, lengthen out from that side so you get a really good reach. Lengthening, keep the elbows pressing back and the rib cage drawn in. Good, just a little giggle to help relax the throat. The eyes lift, and then you breathe in, come up. Now you're going to stay with the press back of the elbows. So you keep the chest breathing in and out. Open. Good. Now do a small lift of the ribs, arcing the top elbow back. The back down elbow presses into the body. Keep the top elbow pressing back. Keep the rib cage rising. Press into the feet to feel the length from the rib cage right up to the chin, opening the chest, breathing steadily. Good. And then coming back to your center. Now we'll breathe in, exhale, come over to the side again. Get a wonderful reach as the elbow presses back. Excellent. And then breath in, come on all the way back. Let the arms drop and then just totally release. Totally let go of the arms. And then just do a little bounce of the shoulders up and down. And then circle around. Just open there. Breath. And then coming in the other direction. Excellent. And now we'll take the opposite arm across so you can get that right elbow to come way over. And then taking, goodness, what a day. Okay, take your opposite arm up, whichever that is. Lift from the rib cage, opening, come all the way back up. Keep the rise of the rib cage. Excellent. Now lift up the eyes, breathing in, and then exhale, come on over to the side. Keep the rib cage lifting. Draw them in as you lengthen from the side of the waist. Eyes lift. Get that top elbow pressing back. Ribs draw up and in, but the breathing keeps expanding them. And then you can breathe in. Do your lift and arc as you press that top elbow back. Press the down elbow in as you lift from the ribs. Keep the length, opening the chest, breathing, pulling up, legs actively pressing into the floor to tether the tailbone down. One more breath. Good, and then inhaling back to your middle, take the arm over, lengthen out from the side of the waist, keep that elbow pressing back, lift, breath, and then you can gently come on back to your center. Very nice. Now coming into balance, we'll take the left leg up, grabbing onto the ball of the foot, take the Right hand behind. Open the chest, press the knee down as you press the elbows back. Now take that foot and take the foot to the inside of the thigh. Pressing the foot, press the hands together. Press down into that standing leg as you keep breathing and focusing and finding your balance. Opening through the chest, perhaps you're come into your steeple, just feeling for the best way to feel grounded in the posture. So feeling that foot pressing down, keeping the breathing constant. Lengthen from your waist. Good, keeping the rise. And then you can gently release the arms, coming down and coming right to the other side. Taking the foot, just grab on, get nice and high to come onto the top inner thigh. Center. Let your shoulders press back and down as the foot presses into the thigh. You're dropping into the standing leg, rotating that knee out. Find your best position as you open, as you press into that standing leg. Stay with a wonderful in and out breath, gently focusing the eyes. Wonderful breath. And on your next exhale, release the arms coming down and let all the weight continue to be in that standing leg as you shift. Okay, good. Let's bend right down onto all fours position. Taking the hands under the shoulders. Now we'll take the right arm across, get that right arm over. Come on onto the right cheek. Take that left arm up, turn to the left, and open through the chest. Take that arm as far back as you can. And then you can take that left arm down. Come back up. Take the left arm across, reaching over. Excellent. Taking the right arm up, open, breath. Breath. Excellent. And then you can take that right arm down. Come on up into kneeling position, and we'll come right into breath of joy. Coming into 27 pumps, taking the arms to the outside and breathing in. Good, resting for 3 full deep breaths. Keeping the shoulders drop down. Keep feeling the rise right through the top of the head as you lift. Get lots of space in the vertebrae. Breathing. Good, and last full breath, taking the arms to the outside, breathing in. Resting again, 3 full breaths. In and out through the nose. Very nice. And now we'll come into our last round, breathing in. And rest the arms. The focus of the eyes, by the way, whenever you're doing yoga, is just beyond the tip of the nose. And that's referred to as the drishti. And that focal point does help you to be more inward.
It's not almost as if you're utilizing the third eye and looking inward. It really helps you to concentrate. Needless to say, it helps with balance, but it also helps you to still your mind and your central nervous system. Now from there, come on right down onto your back. Let's begin by drawing the left leg in and then come on into circles. And the other direction. Excellent. And now just gently lift and pull that knee in, tuck the chin. Good. Now take that right leg in the air, hold on to the low leg, potentially the foot, and draw that knee to the outside. Great. Now just use your right hand, let the upper body rest, left arm out to the side. Bend that right knee over to the right, and then straighten the leg out. And you're going to reach out through the heel. You can grab onto the inner calf, the inner knee, the inner foot, or the outer foot, and then pull that knee to the outside. Keep the left heel reaching out as you activate that leg, and keep the right heel reaching and pulse to the outside like a half a scissors. And keep that heel reaching. Draw the toes back. Stay with your breathing. And then come on back up. Okay, great. Now you can let that right heel drop. Extend the right leg out. Draw the left leg in. Now the shoulders are back. And you're going to hug that left knee in. Come on into circles. And then the other direction. Come around. Excellent. Take that left leg up. Grab onto the low leg, potentially the foot if you can. Keep that left knee coming to the outside. Reach the right heel out. Activate that right leg. Pull down as low as you can. Breath. And then take that left leg out. Come into your half a straddle. Reaching out. Breath. 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 Long through the inner thigh. Keep that right leg active. Both shoulders back, especially the opposite one, to anchor your upper body, squaring everything back. And then breathe in, draw that left leg up, and now bend the heel down. Bend the right knee, have your feet hip width apart. Now, you have the choice of coming into bridge or starting with an earlier Shavasana, or doing something that you want to do. I'm going to suggest bridge just because of the positioning of the body and what it needs towards the end. However, you might have another favorite pose. So take the hands right underneath, reaching onto the heels. Send the knees away. The head presses back gently. So you've got that gap under the neck. Keep the tailbone reaching out, shoulders back. Keeping the length. Again, keep pressing on the insides of the feet. Breathing. Shoulders back. Keep the tailbone reaching. And then you can come on slowly down. Lovely. Now everybody will come right into happy baby. Pull the knees in, bring the legs up, grabbing onto the low legs, bend the knees to the outside, pull the toes back, and do a gentle rock side to side. Excellent. And now you can reach the heels out, pull the toes back as you get the heels out there, lengthen through the backs of the legs. Now, as the toes pull back, really, really reach the heels, and then bring the feet over towards the head side more. You could grab on behind the legs anywhere to get that leverage with the arms. So because I have short legs, it's a piece of cake to just grab the feet and bring them over. So feel for your best position. I can even, if you can get the forearms around the legs, that's a nice leverage. Keep the toes reaching back as the heels get out there. And then you can gently bend the knees and let the heels drop. And now bring your feet to the outside edges of the mat. Stretch the arms out like a bent arms, cactus arms. And then take the right knee over and on top of the left knee. Wrap the low leg if you can, and then tip to the left. Keep the right elbow pressing back, gaze to the right in your strong twist. And if that's a bit too much, you can uncross the knee and come over, just in case that's too much of a pull for the low back. The lower leg, of course, does not need to wrap. You just kind of see if it can, and gazing to the right. One more breath. And then breathing in, uncross that leg. Legs are wide on the outside edges of the mat. And now take that left elbow, it's fascinating, left knee across, wrap the lower leg. Exhale. I think I'm just trying to entertain myself. Tip over to the right as you gaze to the left. And keep the chest open as the elbows press back. Your breathing is full. Excellent. Shoulders are back. Breath. Beautiful. One more breath. And then breathing in, draw back to your middle, uncross that left leg, and then pull the knees in, bring the knees together, pull the knees in snug. And then you can gently release the legs to the floor. Coming into Shavasana, take your legs to the outside edges of the mat. Press your shoulder blades under. Good. Turn the palms up to the ceiling and take the arms out or alongside the body. Sometimes it's quite cooling to have the arms out further. Now, as you let your head go, feel the forehead relax and smoothen. And notice if any part of your body could soften a little more to let go. Stay with your breathing. Excellent. Releasing. And just enjoy the silence. Keep on releasing and letting go. Now, with awareness on your breathing, taking a deeper breath and slowly exhale, slowly. And again, a deeper breath. We emphasize a long exhale. Wonderful. And then you can bend your knees and just bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees splay out and let your body rest back for a moment. Feel that pulling down of your tailbone. Then take the hands behind the head, interlace the fingers, and take an inhale and exhale, and just looking down in between the legs. Get a really good chin tuck, pressing. And then you can slowly lower. Relax the arms down to the side again. And then bend the knees to the ceiling. Take the feet to the outside edge of the mat and do a tiny sway, just about 6 inches side to side. Let your upper body go completely. Really release. And then you can come to your center. Lovely. Let's bend the knees in. Roll gently to your left side. And then draw up to seated position. We'll take a moment to sit and to set an intention for the day. So this is your chance to mark how you're going to feel your day. Feel into an intention you'd like to set and feel the feeling tone of that intention. And then you can bring your awareness back to this room. Lovely. And we'll bring our hands together and bow in namaste. Namaste. Have a fabulous day, you guys. I have a fantastic announcement. I'm going to open the studio again starting on Monday. So I'm going to keep the online Zoom option. And I have lots of room here. So we have room actually we counted for 9 students. And that means that we can resume full function. So you're welcome to come back. Sabine, you can come over in your slippers and we can have our class here. Julian, I recognize you need to do online for remote. So that's fabulous. You'll still be with us. And I will look so forward to seeing you guys. So have a wonderful weekend and maybe I'll see you in the morning. So tomorrow's class will be online. We'll be starting on Monday. So have a, yeah, I know. It's so, God, it's been forever, just forever.
Exciting.
Yeah, that's great. Good news.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. Now the other announcement, Sabine, I'll just give you the heads up. I'll be announcing it in a few days, about a week, is I will be taking the month of August off. So this tends to be the quietest time of the year, as you can see. And so we will be taking the month of August off. And I have been saving lots and lots of yoga classes to send everybody so that you can tune in and do your class online. So that's the other announcement.
Okay.
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 So
it's Monday and Tuesday and that's it.